We like to think that we live in a nice, safe neighborhood. The truth is that a burglary occurs every 13 seconds, and homes without a security system have a 300% greater chance of getting broken into. How many homes in your neighborhood were robbed yesterday? You need to start protecting your home and family today. Call now to get state-of-the-art protection. To keep your family and property safe, call the number on your screen now. Representatives are standing by to assist you.
Turnpike Sports Book Report.
The Turnpike Sports Book Report is brought to you by BorgataSports.com. Your favorite casinos now, your favorite sports book available anywhere in New Jersey, BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E, and you get a risk-free bet up to $300 and 20 bonus dollars at BorgataCasino.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And welcome to another edition of the Book Report, where we go through all the different sports betting state numbers in terms of revenue, handle, hold. We also go through launches and deals, as well as some state legislation that's going on. And we're going to start with some of the numbers. We have a bunch of states releasing their March figures. We'll start with Nevada. Nevada reported a March handle of $640.8 million, 15% more than February. So they had
well, it makes sense because they had March Madness.
I'm actually really impressed with their mobile number. Mobile betting accounted for 60% of the handle.
Wow. Okay.
For a state that still requires in-person registration,
yeah, that's pretty good.
It's you're starting to see more mobile. Maybe more people are getting registered at the casinos, but again, I'm starting to see the mobile numbers starting to climb up a little bit. Each time we see these numbers, it's actually kind of nice to see the mobile industry doing well.
Well, Nevada wants people going through their doors, so yeah, I think they're going to continue having people finish registration for their mobile accounts on premises.
Yeah. So. Total revenue of $39.3 million, 23% more than February. And again, mobile. Let me get the right number here. $21.5 million in revenue through mobile wagering. That's about 54.5%, 55% of the total revenue coming in. So mobile is starting to creep up there as well.
Okay.
Most bet on sport was, you can probably take a guess, basketball.
Basketball.
$501 million in handle for basketball with a revenue of $41.8 million.
You know what would be a big story if there was a sport other than basketball that was popular in March in a state, you know? I would think every state, for March numbers, the top sport would be basketball. It'd be news if it wasn't basketball.
Again, it's one of those things where March is, it's just like January, where January is really Super Bowl numbers, more so than February.
Yeah, because a lot of people bet before the Super Bowl.
But March is all NCAA basketball there. One interesting note that with Nevada's report of their March handle, their lead over New Jersey for national sports betting handle since PASPA was struck down is shrunk down to $56 million. So we may see New Jersey become all-time leader in April.
All right, we're creeping up. Good.
Going over to Colorado, we have a total handle of $301 million. Just under 301, $300.99 million.
Okay.
12% increase over February. Taxes, $1 million in taxes, which is nice to see. They've been expecting a huge windfall with the taxes for their what was it, the Project Double D, the water program?
Yeah, that's why the states have sports betting, for the tax money, for the tax revenue.
And, as opposed to Nevada, we have mobile betting handle was 98% of those wagers.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And conversely, 2% was retail.
Okay.
Basketball, again, top sport.
Yep.
$106.9 million.
You know, when we're talking about Colorado, I got to ask about the sport that I'm always interested in, and is table tennis, which seems to be a big market for Colorado. How did table tennis do?
Table tennis did not crack the top five.
Oh, wow. I mean, a couple months there was in the top five. I think it's number 4.
Well, soccer was the top 5, rounded out the top 5 with, let me get the number right, $8.9 million in handle.
Okay.
Table tennis was 6th with $8.8 million.
Still pretty good.
I can't believe it came
Table
that
tennis,
close to beating
$8
soccer.
million?
But
$8.8 million, almost $9 million for table
They've had
tennis.
a consistent number of months in a row here where they handle for table tennis.
Table tennis. It's big
astounding.
in Colorado and is it
Oregon?
Yeah, Colorado and Oregon. They love their table tennis.
I'm still curious to see if there's actually a season for table tennis. I don't know yet.
It's been pretty consistent in Colorado,
Yeah.
so I guess it's all year round.
Virginia. Before we get to Virginia,
Okay.
the state of Colorado has become the 6th U.S. state to reach the $2 billion mark in sports betting handle.
Wow, congratulations.
They did that about 3 months after. They hit $1 billion in December. So they have done 3 months, and they've gone to $2 billion.
Wow, they hit.
That's a huge jump.
They did $1 billion in 3 months, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
okay.
a huge jump. Virginia brought out numbers, $304 million handle, hold of 8.74%. Total tax was $1.183 million, and total revenue was $13.8. D.C. and Rhode Island also brought out their numbers. It was kind of interesting with Rhode Island, more so than D.C. here. The overall handle for the state was $38.6 million. Retail handle was $12.8 million for Twin River and $4.6 million for Tiverton, or Tiverton, depending on who you talk to.
I've never heard it say Tiverton, so I'm assuming it's Tiverton.
Mobile handle was $21.2 million, and that's what I wanted to hit right there because that was more than the 2 retail locations combined. Their mobile handle had grown that much.
What was this, March?
This was March.
I'm trying to think of the weather in New England in March.
You got a lot of basketball betting.
A lot of basketball, but, a lot of, basketball in the wintertime in New England is a great thing to bet from your own couch.
Yeah.
You can watch the snow come down and make some money right from your couch.
Well, you also got to realize Rhode Island was one of the ones that dropped the in-person registration by law. They don't have to do in-person registration
Even
now.
better.
But the $21.2 million handle for mobile was up almost 585%.
Wow.
Year on year.
Wow. Okay.
That's a huge jump. And that shows you what getting rid of that registration requirement does. A lot more people doing it, a lot more people going onto the sites to register, doing it from wherever. And also, they could be coming from other states to do it, too.
Yeah, sure.
You cross over the border, you do it, get out, come back in, bet, whatever. On the national level, the Nevada Sports Betting Report pushed the post-PASPA U.S. sports betting handle beyond the $50 billion mark.
Wow.
I can't even wrap my head around that number, $50 billion.
Since PASPA has been repealed,
Yep.
the U.S. has a handle of $50 billion.
Total handle.
That's amazing.
And also, this doesn't even include data from Montana, New York, or various other tribal betting operations because a lot of them don't report handle. A lot of them just do revenue.
New York doesn't report handle?
Nope,
Really?
they only report revenue. I think that's going to change once this mobile sports betting stuff happens. And last but not least, for one quick number here, Michigan. $35.8 million was a handle on online horse racing bets in 2020. They released that number.
That's what I want to do in New Jersey, online horse racing bets.
It's coming. It's coming. I mean, you have Naira bets. You already have Naira bets.
I know, yeah, I know, but I can't.
And also now Twin Spires around.
Yeah, in Pennsylvania, yeah. I just saw a commercial for that. Twin Spires in Pennsylvania.
Well, moving over to a launch side of everything, we got a couple different types of launches here. We've got Bally Sports, which has launched the Bally Sports app. It's available on all your streaming networks, Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire.
Actually have it on my Roku.
It actually replaces if people are looking for it, if you don't update your device automatically where it changes over, it's the old Fox Sports Go app.
Yeah, no, that's what changed on mine. It changed automatically. I had Fox Sports Go on it, and one day I had Bally Sports on it. So,
and they have a lot of free things for people who don't have subscriptions to the regional sports networks that Bally owns. Yeah. They're Sinclair Broadcast Networks. But if you have a subscription, they have special programming that you can have access to with your subscription. Over in Nevada, we have Circus Sports. They have opened their sportsbook inside the Pass Casino in Henderson.
Wow, great.
The Pass just reopened after doing a lot of remodeling. So they just had their ribbon-cutting ceremony. And as you just mentioned a couple minutes ago there, Twin Spires.
Yep. I just saw their television commercial out of Pennsylvania.
They launched in Pennsylvania and Indiana.
All right.
WinBet also launched in Tennessee last week.
Okay.
That's their sixth state. They have an interesting collaboration with the Grizzlies in Tennessee. Not only were they doing home activations for the home game stand that they had on the 10th, the 11th, and 13th here and the 14th, all that stuff, they also had the debut of the WinBet touring vehicle.
So they actually have a vehicle outside of the
a custom-built mobile experience, they call it.
Oh, okay. Is this like a Winnebago you walk into, or what are we talking about here?
I would assume it's like something like what John Madden had, the bus.
Okay.
I haven't seen pictures of it yet. They haven't shared pictures of it, but it travels around the country hosting events and special appearances wherever WinBet's legal.
Okay.
So that launched. They have market access opportunities also: Illinois, Iowa, Massachusetts, Nevada, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, all subject to approval and launches. So they're going to be launching pretty soon in a lot of different places. They're already in 6 states. You're going to see maybe another 5 or 6 more.
Okay.
Going over on the legislation side, we had New York send out a memo trying to clarify a few points. They had to. It was like a 75-page document answering questions about what certain things are going to happen with the sports betting rule, mobile legalization, I should say. One of the more interesting ones, and there's just so much to get into with this. If you know how they do the $25 million application fee?
Sure.
If one platform provider is doing a joint bid with another platform provider or another company that wants to be a platform provider, it's $25 million each.
Okay.
It's a $50 million application fee. So
why team up?
Well, again,
that doesn't make sense.
A lot of the platforms don't have some of the tech aspects going on, and a lot of the the front-facing companies don't have a lot of the platform stuff. So it's a matter of how they want to do it, where they want to do it, and also if you apply for a sports betting platform license for the $25 million, nothing stops you from going to another place and becoming an operator. So that's going to be an interesting way that they're going to work that.
All
and
right.
It's going to be really confusing for a lot of places that can do all that. One of the other things in Maine, they had 4 sports betting bills go in front of the committee.
How'd it go?
No word yet.
Guess it didn't go.
But they had 4 different sports betting bills. One of them was tying the bill to in-person facilities and backed by the harness racing industry up in the state. Another bill had all the state revenue from sports betting going to education. Another bill was backed by the NFL.
Interesting.
And then the first bill that was introduced last year, Senator Louis Lucchini, he's a Democrat. He's also the co-chair of the gaming committee, would have taxed online and mobile betting at 16% with a lower 10% rate at Maine-based facilities such as casinos and off-track betting parlors.
Okay.
So Maine has been busy.
Yep.
I don't know where they're going to go with that. And last but not least, let's hit a couple deals before we go. FanDuel announced their partnership with Captain Morgan to launch the Captain Morgan Soccer Pick'em contest. That's a free contest for people to play on Saturdays and other days during the regular season for soccer.
Okay.
Promotion will offer fans 21 and over the chance to win cash prizes by making quick predictions about the day's matches and earning points for each correct pick. IndyCar has said that at some point they will have a sports betting partner, especially beginning with the Indy 500. No word on exactly who that will be or how far along they are in discussions. BetRivers has entered into a multi-year agreement with the United Soccer League championship team, the Indy 11. That's the name of the soccer team.
Indy 11.
They are going to be the official sports betting partner of the team. They're also going to have a sleeve logo placement on the 2021 jerseys, both home and away.
Okay.
They have different kits, is what they call them.
All right.
They're also going to be doing a presenting partner night with a undisclosed home game that during the season. They haven't said which one that's going to be yet. They're going to be the sponsor of the post-game show on local TV, and also they're going to sponsor the opening segment of the weekly Soccer Saturday radio show that airs in the Indiana area.
Great.
And last but not least, DraftKings has made a mark in the media industry. They bought the rights to the Dan Le Batard show.
Congratulations to both Dan Le Batard and DraftKings.
They are going to be monetizing it. They're going to be distributing the show.
Great.
That's it for this week in the book report. Again, whatever we didn't cover, and there was a whole lot we didn't cover. It's always a busy week with the sports betting industry. It's
Never slows down. Never slows down.
Just head on over to turnpikesportsradio.com, click on the blog button, and you'll see the stories we did talk about and the stories we did not talk about in print form. Just click on the blog there, and the book report will be there. You can read at your leisure.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.